Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who are learning this truth from and rule well. Peace, salutation to the 144,000 and the rest of the 1/3, the large multitude. Unto you I say shalom. Come to you back with another lesson through the Spirit, and the title for this one's going to be "These Modern Day Women Can Make You Go Off." Because in today's age, we live in a age, a time where pretty much the woman rules over the men, from these different jobs, women, taking the role of the man in a relationship or in a marriage. You got women, thinking that they're better than men, thinking that they're stronger than men. And ultimately that puts them in a spirit to rule over men. Pretty much men being in that simp spirit, which majority of these people, here in America, they're pretty much simps. They lose their mind over their women. You got people spending all their earnings on OnlyFans, or maybe, they're out there at the bars or the clubs, buying drinks for women and not getting none, pretty much just being incels. And that's the modern day, that's the average man out here, pretty much losing their wits over women, going above and beyond, catering to their women, catering to these hoes, which majority of these women out here, these modern day women, these Babylonians, the Western women, is a harlot. You got your few sincere sisters out there that believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and that are serving, in truth and sincerity, but majority of these women out here, they're no good, pretty much they're used goods, and the only thing left for them is to get taken out here, in the time of Jacob's trouble, during martial law. Majority of them are going to take the chip, the micro C-hip, to be able to eat, because a lot of these women out here, they're pretty much single because they broke away from their relationship, their man, to receive those benefits from the government, from his daddy Esau Edom. You got from Section 8 to food stamps to child support. These are all benefits that this devil Esau Edom has given Eve for pretty much going off against his man, but ultimately going off against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because women, they're supposed to be under a man. It's not supposed to be the other way around. That's why we're in the condition we're in, because ultimately a lot of our forefathers, they pretty much went off because of women, from Adam, listening to Eve, from King David committing adultery, Solomon worshiping, the idols of his concubines, and so on and so forth. Samson pretty much telling the woman his secret, and her having his hair get cut off, pretty much being disobedient to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And that's what these women can make, the men of the Lord do too. But ultimately we have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. We have the fear of the Lord that keeps us shielded from these wicked ass women that are out here, that are trying to snare and trap the men of the Lord, because ultimately they already snared and trapped, 2/3 of our men. That's why they're in the condition they're in. You got the YNs out here running loose. You got, these YNs with dreadlocks, crashing out over women. If you look at them a certain way, they'll want to, pretty much shoot you. And pretty much that's the the modern day man being raised by these wicked ass women. So I'm gonna get this scripture. This is 1 Esdras chapter 4 and verse 26. Yet many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes. And wits, that's going into your mind, your intelligence. Pretty much a lot of these men out here in America, Babylon the Great, have pretty much gone crazy, have crashed out for these women, and these women, majority of them, they're pretty much harlots, they're pretty much hoes, prostitutes. They got a price. And the only way that these men are keeping these women is by constantly having to spend their money, their energy, their resources, pretty much being drained by these women out here. And once they're done with you, they'll leave you high and dry and move on to the next man and pretty much repeat the same process. That's why you got Eve out here with like 10 baby daddies. You got Jake going to jail over, unaliving his ex and his new boyfriend. And pretty much, that's pretty much righteous judgment, but we're under captivity and we can't do that. If our woman goes out there and commits adultery on us, we pretty much can't do nothing. We got to take the low and let the Lord handle it. Let Yahweh Shem Shai handle it, because, we're under this devil Esau Edom. We're under the rulership of the devil and Eve. Because she made that Gardenian pact with this devil, back in the Garden of Eden, way back. Verse 27, many also have perished, have erred, and sinned for women. And we go back to the scriptures, from all our ancient forefathers, from Adam to Samson to King David and King Solomon. That's why when Yahweh Shai, came back, as Yahweh Shai, he pretty much said, I'm gonna keep my eyes single and leave these hoes alone, because in his past incarnations, he pretty much went off because of Eve, because Eve can make you go off because she's the weaker vessel, and ultimately Satan is gonna hop upon Eve to put thoughts into your mind and try to make you go off, make you go off the Lord's path. And that's pretty much their job right now, is to make the men of the Lord, trying to make them go off, from the way of righteousness. A lot of these women out here, they have mans, but they'll go out to these bars, these clubs, or maybe you see them at the grocery store, and a lot of them are married, and they'll take their ring off and act like they don't have a man and entice you to commit adultery with them. But ultimately, if you're serving Yahweh Shem Shai in truth and sincerity, then he'll protect you, he'll shield you from these wicked ass women that are out here. They are looking to devour, men, because a lot of them have devoured men. They've gotten men put in jail, ruined their reputation, left them broke, high and dry, because pretty much Satan is on these women out here, especially the black women, especially Eve, but really all the 12 tribes. This is Sirach chapter 25 and verse 21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. And that's the point, because a lot of men out here, they'll stumble at the beauty of these women. They'll see the fat ass, they'll see the big titties, they'll see the lips, they'll see the long hair. Maybe she's light skinned, maybe she's dark skinned, and boom, that's it. That's all it takes for them to pretty much be snared and trapped. But us, in this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, speaking to myself first and foremost, we have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of how to move out here. Just because we see a fine woman, we can't just pretty much go and lose all our wits, for chasing these women. We can't be out here chasing these hoes, because ultimately these hoes are polluted. All these women out here are pretty much harlots. You know, they all got a price. You know, but you still got your sincere sisters out there. You know, very few, but they're still out there. You know, but majority of these women out here, they're pretty much missile food, because really they serve no purpose other than to you know, cause hell upon men. This is Proverbs 31:3. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. So we can't be giving all of our time, money, resources to these wicked ass women, because ultimately, if you do, that's pretty much going to destroy you, because now you're not trying to better yourself. You know, now you're doing less videos. Now you're studying less. Now you're giving less time to Yahweh Shemiah Shai. Now you're not going to camp because you're out here, you know, chilling with your woman. And that's off, man, because ultimately our main purpose is to serve Yahweh Shemiah Shai and do this work, to wake up the elect, to help seal the elect, not to cater to your woman and simp over her like majority of these men are doing out here. But the men of the Lord, you know, the true men, you know, starting with our apostles and bishops and elders on down to the younger brothers and the believers, we're not in that mindset of losing our wits for these wicked ass women out here, because ultimately, you know, when all hell breaks loose, a lot of our women, you know, are going to turn our back against us. You know, they're going to snitch us out to Esau, Edom, and their true color are going to show. You know, that they were never really with us, but we're for Satan, you know, this devil, Esau, Edom. You know, that's why we can't get caught up, you know, too caught up with our marriages and our relationships, because ultimately when all hell breaks loose, a lot of our women, you know, they're going to make us go off. Or Salakia, they're gonna go off, you know, they're gonna go off and pretty much snitch on us, you know, to try to save their life, instead of holding their integrity and being under us. But you know, that's the situation, you know, and that's pretty much the point. I pray this is edifying to the elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. While learning this truth from and to rule well. Peace had tasted 144,000, and the rest of the 1/3, the large multitude. Unto you I say Shalom.